Dark World. It's not a game you just play. Behind every door, a terrifying challenge. Throughout every chamber, unspeakable danger. But deep within a real castle, victory. Dark World. It's not a game you just play. It's a game you must survive.
Are you brave enough to fight dragons, to battle wicked monsters, to destroy the Sunstone? Introducing Dragon Strike. When Dragon Strike the video ends, Dragon Strike the game begins. Team up with friends to do battle, to defeat vicious monsters. Dragon Strike the video comes in Dragon Strike the game.
There's a brand new game with a brand new board and many sides where perils are stored. It's a magic world of whirling pools, temples and treasures and glistening jewels. If you haven't got the weapons and tools, how are you going to fight those grisly ghouls? Find the key, you're on your way home, but don't forget the cantankerous gnome. Key to the Kingdom from Waddington's.
Welcome to a world of wizards, able to transform into different creatures with new powers. The Tower of the Wizard King, a game of battle, territories, and conquest. Enter the tower as a dwarf, emerge a raging minotaur. The Tower of the Wizard King. Go into it with an open mind, come out of it with a whole new attitude.
Space Crusade takes you into warp space to fight the force of chaos. Deep in a parallel universe where nightmares are real. Space Crusade, the ultimate adventure game, where you must use all your skill and weaponry
Plasma gun! Dreadnought!
to battle through infested starships and win the highest rank. The ultimate encounter is here. Space Crusade, now with a new adventure pack.
There will come a time when Earth will be nothing but a wasteland. And there will be a Nephirite overlord, armed with a Gehenna puker, ready to spew burning plasma and melt your head. He is but one of the hideous forces you face in Mutant Chronicles, the game of good versus disgusting evil. Mutant Chronicles, evolution's about to take a nasty turn.
I've replaced your shoelaces with fruit by the foot.
So you did. I replaced your fingers with fruit by the foot.
Bravo. I've replaced your bones with fruit by the foot.
Indeed you have. I replaced your guitar strings with fruit by the foot.
Seems like a step backwards, but alright. I've replaced your bones with fruit by the foot.
Indeed you have.
I've replaced your bones with fruit by the foot. I've replaced your DNA with fruit by the foot.
Evolution's about to take a nasty turn.
That would be end game, my friend.
Fruit by the foot. Fruit-flavored snack.
HeroQuest. Deep inside another dimension, face battling barbarians and evil magic on a quest for adventure in a maze of monsters. This is HeroQuest, the fantasy adventure game where winning means mastering the arts of combat.
I'll use my broadsword.
And magic.
Fire of Wrath.
And the arts of combat.
I'll use my broadsword.
And magic.
Fire of Wrath.
And magic.
Fire of Wrath.
And the arts of combat.
I'll use my broadsword.
And of combat.
Sword from the
and
broadsword.
And the arts of
broadsword.
And magic.
Broadsword.
And
fire of broadsword.
Once you get into it, you'll never be the
broadsword.
HeroQuest. Now with 2 new
broadsword
adventure packs, the legend grows.
Wah! Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello. How's it going? People enjoying the commercials I see. I have another set of commercials. They didn't work. I didn't want to use the same commercials all the time. People get sick of that. I got another set of commercials that didn't play. I got to figure out why that is. We can't get like, it wasn't 90 minutes. It wasn't 90 minutes. The stream started it. I hit the go live button at like 9:02. And then I had to make sure I shared it, or people wouldn't know. They wouldn't come. How's everybody doing? How is everybody today? How are volumes? Are volumes okay? Seems like everything's fine. I see we've got people. Philip Denick, hello. Hello from the past. Ike D5402. Jetstorm, Renarius, Ribby, Smybach, GA. That's been a minute. Been a minute since I've seen GA. Matthew Wagner. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I don't have a whole lot of plans. I just know that I want to give away stuff, but giving away stuff is very expensive, it turns out, because big shipping's got it out for us small creators. So I'm going to give away one thing, and I'm wondering if it's actually 4 things all together. It's all one thing altogether. So I don't want. But I think I'll save what exactly that one thing is for just a little bit later, so we can spend some time doing some other stuff other than me messing around with polls and all that. So hang around if you'd like to win something, and it will be HeroQuest related, albeit unofficial. It will be something that I ship to the the giveaway winner. And it's going to be free. You don't have to pay for anything. It's a giveaway. Do I ship to the Fall International Space Station? That's another way that Big Post will get you. I don't trust Big Post. They will absolutely gouge me. And I want them to play HeroQuest at the space station. But they can't, because I can't afford to send them stuff to play it with. It's sad. It's sad. Do I ship to the Northern Wastes? Absolutely, because the postal workers employed there are part of the Chaos Union, and their benefits are out of this world. That was dumber than I intended for it to be. I intended for that to be like a point of fact, not like some stupid pun or anything. That was... Do I ship to the UK? Nope, it's only the US. It'll break if I ship to Canada or the UA. Is there a way to send me money to cover shipping? I appreciate the offer very much, but it's not worth it. If I the things that I want to give away are available to buy on like Amazon. I'm pretty sure the thing that I have here you can buy on Amazon. So there's that's what I asked, the Northern Wastes. So by the time you cover me for shipping, you should be able to just buy it on your own and get it. Because I'll tell you now, with it being unofficial HeroQuest and with it being 4 things, it's probably something that's print on demand, and if it's print on demand, it's probably something you can order. So no cost to cover shipping, and I don't want to accept money in any way for this stuff because it was stuff that was given to me to cover on the channel. So that's your other clue. This was previously covered on the channel. I see my stream avatars are working. I'm going to have to write down the order of operations for this. Very happy about that. I opened I opened OBS first. Then I opened Stream Avatars. Then in OBS, I clicked Manage Broadcast. Then should work. Should work. Really happy about Stream Avatars working. I'm going to replicate that exact same set of steps next time, and I'm going to see if it works. And if it doesn't work, I'm uninstalling the stupid software. I'm never using it again because I'm so tired of it. Working one stream and not working the next stream, and it's exactly always works, not work. Work, not. It never works twice in a row. It never not works twice in a row. I don't know what switch I am inadvertently flipping by streaming and not streaming, but if it's not troubleshootable, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Just crashing out. I'm just crashing out. If you want to participate in the giveaway, you will have to join the Discord. Oh, you're right. My screen is covering the text. Here, let me fix that. That's very easily fixed. There you go. There you go. Change the layer there. Thank you for that heads up. I blissfully, I know I made sure to put it in front of the commercials, but we're in a new scene now, so the screen here was lost on me. Breaks in 3, 2, 1. Ah, man, I hope you don't have to watch an ad. I guess you would have to if it's monetized. Stream's monetized. We're gonna play some Lurchbrick. I kind of had the idea of just poking around Lurchbrick's folders, and I know there's like nowhere to really to get Lurchbrick's game. It was free when it was being hosted on the website that it was on, so I'm thinking it would be fine to share the file if somebody asked for it. I don't think that Lurchbrick would have a problem with that. I need to ask him. I need to like actually reach out to him, and I've been meaning to reach out to Lurchbrick probably for years since I started streaming his HeroQuest stuff, to ask him, A, you ever plan on doing more stuff with this? People really seem to like watching it. People are asking me where they can download it. B, can I host it? Can I put it up in my Discord for people to download and play at their leisure? And C, do you have a place that I can send people to download it since your website is now gone? Your website's provider has died. They didn't die. They went like broke. Wizards of Morcar checked off. What's next for HeroQuest? I don't know. Avalon Hill's got plans. They've teased us. They said there's stuff coming. They said we could do it. We could do it. What did I mean by that? We could. They said there's stuff coming. They said we could do. I'm not sure why I said that. They said they're excited for what's coming. I don't know what I meant by that last statement. They said that they have stuff in the works. They are excited to share what they've got in store for us with HeroQuest this year. This is how I wanted to present my hands. I'm looking at a mirror image of myself here. They said they are excited to show us what they have in store for us this year. I said leisure. I said leisure, Ike. We're going to go ahead and do something really quick. Just going to go ahead and Greetings, Quentin. How's it going? Okay. Apropos of nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Ike, and he's gonna go into block jail. Putting Ike in block jail. Do, 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 do. Bombs? No, we can't do that. Can't do that. It's Ribby. Ribby's actually the dangerous one. We're going to put him into the block jail. Bloop. There we go. No, get back in there. Crunch, plump, plump. How are you doing that? Get back in there. Plump. Come on. He refuses to be he refuses to be jailed. There we go. There we go. He jailed himself. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you make fun of me? You think I'm not the ultimate power in my realm? Into the jail you go also. Look at that. Look at that. Of your own accord. All right, I'm done being silly. It's like Shawshank in chat. Which one of you is Morgan Freeman? He's going to try to sling himself out. Do it. Oh, he did. He did. Busted out. Holy cow, he did it. I wonder if I can do it too. This is what the whole stream is now. I'm just going to jail the chibis of my chatters. PDX! Why? Hey there. And have a good day. Have fun. Dorothy McGibbon. So, do we know why there's still no mention of Wizards of Morcar on the Hasbro Pulse site? Yeah, that was briefly chatted about in the Avalon Hill Discord. So, I can pull that up. They did acknowledge it. There's not any bad reason for it or anything. Although it's going to require me to find it now. Let's see here. I do not have the Magnum Companion. I watched your video on that. Thank you for the shout out there, by the way. It looks so cool. Like, I really would like to have that. Got yourself out of block jail, I see. All right, fine, fine. I'll have to find this statement from Michael. Hold on. Should the golems have better stats? They're basically big gargoyles, the same BPs. I don't think that they thought about it on a monster level so much as they thought about it on a skirmish level. I think they were more like, we need to balance this UK expansion. Can't keep all the enemies the same, because if we do, it's going to be way harder. But it's a US thing. It was US contemporary global rule system now. So we can't count on like the Dread Warriors having 1 BP and stuff like they did when the expansion was first released back in 89, you know. So it was a matter of, well, we also have the opportunity to create new monsters, and people want to see new monsters. And it's the idea of the artificer, the artificer was probably thrown around in homebrew so much that they said, okay, we're going to have that, and that's going to be another wizard, and we might as well make cards for them too. But something to lend some legitimacy to that, because there's not any examples of anything mechanical in the game whatsoever, or any sort of constructs, is to make the golems and have them available in the same expansion. Great idea, great design, but I think that they were thinking, how can we balance this difficulty and make it just right, not just for people who completed the base game system and are using it as an expansion, but for people who want to start from this expansion, because you can do that. Anyways, that's my theory. That's just my headcanon. That's got nothing to do with like reality. It's from a game design pure standpoint. I believe that that's why they would do that. Yeah, I wish Battle Masters would make a comeback as it was back then, but it's It's licensed now by was it Renegade? And they've got it like turned into some kaiju thing. Headcanon is total GoBots. Dude, I had one GoBot. I had a GoBot when I was younger. Let's see here. Okay, so here's the statement. Question was, and believe me, I'm not an authority on this in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a fan of the game, and I'm a fan of the company. I am a game design enthusiast. I've put out several indie demos and stuff in the game engines that I covered on my video game channel. I love making stuff, as you know, if you spend 5 minutes around me. But my words are not connected to, I don't have any sort of inside link. But the question was, where'd it go? Do we know why there is still no mention of Wizards of Morcar on the Hasbro Pulse site? And the answer is, while Avalon Hill is not, they're not speaking to the details of this, so try not to speculate into the Doom lands too much, okay? Avalon Hill is not currently being supported by the D2C Hasbro Pulse team. That's the direct-to-consumer team. Currently, let me say that again. Currently, Avalon Hill is not being supported by the Hasbro direct-to-consumer team, Hasbro Pulse. However, much effort has been undertaken, and these words are directly quoted from Michael on the Avalon Hill Discord server. Much effort has been undertaken to make HeroQuest readily available from your local game store, wherever Magic and D&D product can be found. We highly encourage everyone to shop at your LGS for HeroQuest. If they don't have it, ask for it. And that's your answer. The HeroQuest team is hard at work. Just another quote from Michael himself. I mean, I blame MGT too for everything. You can blame MTG for everything. It is their fault that anything happens ever if it's bad at all. Michael also said that the HeroQuest team is hard at work. They're celebrating Wizards of Morcar launch. It's a massive milestone for us, for them as a team. Sorry, reading his statement. As we continue to prepare, plan, and create what comes next for adventurers in the world of HeroQuest. That is our definitive answer, that there's more stuff coming. And I agree with him. That's an incredible milestone. It's, like 6 years after the HasLab campaign, and we wondered. We're like, well, knowing how businesses have, especially if you're a video gamer, and you know as soon as somebody even announces that they're working on a game, that there's no guarantee that the game will ever happen. Crowdfund, even less of a chance that it'll ever happen. It's a bit cynical, but it's rooted in real instances. Many, many real instances. I gotta shower and get a haircut. Get a haircut? Let it grow, brother. Let it grow, let it grow. As far as shower goes, go for it. I'm not gonna. Not gonna put off somebody from showering. LGS does have base game of HeroQuest. That's great. My local game store, the localist game store I have, turned off all their board games. They turned off their secondhand video game section. They turned off everything. They only do two things now: Warhammer 40K and Age of Sigmar and Magic the Gathering. That's all they do. And I presume that's where the money is for them in that area. So fine, whatever. It's not for me, so I don't go to that game store anymore. I used to. I didn't spend very much there because they just didn't have a whole lot of like dungeon campaign junk. But Miniature Market, which is further away, they have some HeroQuest stuff, as well as, you know, a ton of other stuff. Yeah, so I think we're in agreement that we don't want to see what's called Advanced HeroQuest. We don't want that to be re-released necessarily. Or there's some of us that do, right? But I talked for like 3 hours on why that's there's a non-zero chance, but it's still very, very close to zero that we'll ever see that. But an advanced version or a supplemental optional rule set, that'd be awesome. So I'd probably, I mean, I'd be all in for that as long as I know that it doesn't have any AI slop in it. And AI slop is not part of Avalon Hill's policy. Like they have something that I believe in their, what's the word, commissioning, in when they license an artist's works, it has to not be made by AI. That's I believe that's per Doug during one of his, not last year at Gen Con interview, but the year before. I have the first 14 Berkeley Pacer Lone Wolves and the first 12. First 12 Home Guard Press Lone Wolves. I need to get whatever they've got released, but they are leaning really hard into new Lone Wolf stuff too. And there's like The Huntress that I want to read and check out. There's some other stuff too. The Lone Wolf PlayStation game is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Flying wombats. Flying wombats. At this point, most of us are just collecting campaigns we'll never play, but a genuine advanced version that makes, so it's a solo version basically, so that we can actually play our stuff. Yeah, rules as written solo play without the app. That's, I don't think any of us would complain if we got that. We already have the Old World RPG. No need for a new AHQ. Old World RPG. Yeah, and I'll even counter. We already had the older edition of the Old World RPG. There was no need to come out with a new one, but it seems like it's pretty well. Where are you going, Renarius? You're just raising up? Oh, your character climbed up on the jail cell that I built. It's like, what is happening right now? He's ascending to another plane? Journeys Through Magnamund is a good podcast for Lone Wolf. I haven't listened to the podcast. I generally don't have time. It's very hypocritical and ironic because I make podcasts and I don't have the time or energy to listen to other ones. I don't listen to any podcasts. I like making them. All right, so let's get this show on the proverbial trail. Let's see if I can find Lurchbrick's games for YouTube videos. Lurchbrick's HeroQuest game. There it is. I'm going to turn this way down. Yes. Okay, so Lone Wolf books 1 through 20, Gray Star 1 through 4, Freeway Warrior 1 through 4, and the novels 1 through 5. Is that what Home Guard has now? Or is that what you have of the old publisher? I agree, GA. We need versions of Ratmen, Beastmen, and Trolls. Nice. The Legend of Zagor game book was cool. Yeah, Legend of Zagor, fighting fantasy. Don't sleep on fighting fantasy. I'm currently waiting on my second set of new books to come in, and I'm probably going to give up on collecting the old ones because the new ones are so... They have so much reverence for the old work that it's just the old work. It's just reaccessible. The only thing I'm kind of mad about is I really like the new Warlock of Firetop Mountain cover that they have revealed, and they're adding that book as an add-on for the new Fighting Fantasy campaign, and it's like, I don't want to spend $15 on a book, though, because I already have Warlock of Firetop Mountain. I like that cover better, though. Ugh. Okay, we got to turn down my volume because we're about to assault my own ears with what is about to happen. So we're going to change. At this point, I would like to see HQ completely distance itself from old world stuff. Well, they already are. They were objectively fairly distanced from it already in the old version. The new version's got no trace of old world in it at all. You've got Avalon Hills orcs and goblins. You've got Avalon Hills Zargon. Avalon Hills Cassandria. Avalon Hills dwarf, barbarian, wizard. We've got no old world to be found in the new Avalon Hill HeroQuest. Yeah, I know about Project Aeon. That would be... That might be fun. That might be fun. It might be fun to play Lone Wolf that way on stream sometime. I didn't really think about doing it that way. I always thought, well, I'm not really super interested in playing the online one. I would love to just take my pen, paper, and dice, because I roll a die, a 10-sided die, instead of picking from the random number table every time. It's just my preference. But playing Project Aeon on stream, that might be something that I have or have not thought of before. Talisman Quest would be an interesting. I agree, since the miniatures are perfect, like 100% perfect for HeroQuest. Always have been, haven't they? Third edition Citadel minis. I have those in my Master HeroQuest collection. I have copies, not copies. I have the actual minis from the game that I bought on eBay, apart from the rest of the game, for Talisman 3rd edition and its expansions. And I painted them the Citadel red color that the heroes are, or at least as close to it as I could get. And I put them on HeroQuest bases. So I have something like 16 Talisman 3rd edition characters prepped and ready to play in Classic HeroQuest. Will I ever do it? Probably not. But I have them there for that. It's part of a project. It's a project. All right, we've got to get going. We've got to get moving. Should Avalon Hill introduce power dice to diversify weapons and introduce power-ups for, say, dwarves wielding axes or elves firing bows? I think that should stay in homebrew realm. Honestly, I think that I don't think anybody would complain, but I don't know. I think if they go that route, they should do it differently than how we have homebrewed power dice, because we've homebrewed power dice very bizarrely. We've said this die has redundant faces on it. Irrelevant faces, sorry. This die has faces that are irrelevant on it. When you're attacking, you want to roll a skull. But there are faces that just, they don't matter for the attack or the defense of the enemy, which is fine in its home, in its natural state, its normal context. But the power dice are like, let's change the configuration. All right, you've changed the configuration, but now you've opened up a pain point for some people. One is the combat dice are purely for attack and defense. I mean, I said purely. They're for everything. Attack, defense, that's all combat in HeroQuest is. The combat dice are used for both of those. But the power dice, they lean more towards one or the other of those things, and either the hero or the monster's favor, but they don't really replace the combat dice, which is fine. That they're not supposed to replace the combat dice, but because they lean more towards attack or they lean more towards defense for hero or for monster, you've now got a situation where you could potentially really need like 3 sets of power dice, all different colors, to kind of convey what it is that you want to have in your game. Because like you could introduce what the black dice accomplish, which I think is 4 skulls, 1 white shield, 1 black shield. That's fine. And that kind of is valid for both monsters and heroes because it's the same amount of white and black shields on the die. It does not reduce the defense for the monster, and it does increase the chances of attack for both monster or hero, but it lowers the chance of successful defense for the hero. So now you've got this trade-off, I'm a glass cannon now. I have less defense. There's 2 solutions for this. One, you still use regular combat dice for the defense that you have, which makes sense. But are you going to want to do that? No, you're going to want to say, I want power dice to increase the amount of defense, white shields on this die. Because I've done it with the attack. There's no reason why we can't use this precedent to increase our defense. So you go that route, you're going to need a different set of dice now. Because the dice that you have are 4 skull, 1 white shield, 1 black shield. And now you're getting into the pain point, which is the scaling, and saying, all right, I need all of these different kinds of... It's my second favorite expansion idea for HeroQuest ever. I love the power dice. I'm okay with what I'm calling the pain point because it inspires me to make stuff. But I wonder about it being in an official context because with Avalon Hill's precedents that they've set and the direction that they've gone, I don't know that it matches their style necessarily. You guys are talking about AI. It's my favorite topic. It was a long, convoluted answer, and I apologize for that. But basically, I don't necessarily think they should. I don't think that anybody would complain or tell them not to. But personally, I think that from a design standpoint, it's like if we give you one type, we kind of have to give all of them to you. And if they started doing it the way that the homebrew dice did, they might feel like they'll get in trouble. They don't at all like to use ideas as those ideas were created by homebrewers. And that's a statement from Apple. I think N. Carmine made that statement in the old, it's either in a private chat, a private group chat, or it's in the old Avalon Hill Discord server. But they don't want to just officialize an idea that somebody came out with for HeroQuest, even though they own HeroQuest. Because that interpretation, that interpretation of that derivative content could be construed as infringement. All right, I got those words out. Hi, Indy. Good morning. No, you're okay, Sid. There's nothing bad here has happened. You can mention it. That wasn't a dig at you or anything. Does the falling star sailing ship HeroQuest? I don't know what that is. The 92 Jurassic Park board game can work with HeroQuest. Okay, so I've seen this comment. I need to write this down. Jurassic Park board game. I don't know what that is, so I need to look it up. Odanon using AI. Yeah, there's a few people there's a few bigger names in the homebrew communities that use AI art. I wish that wasn't the case. I think Banjo Oz does. No, they definitely do. Which is totally unnecessary. Sad to see Odanon does. That sucks. put off by the art and complexity. I want to, Hackeron unfortunately does for a lot of his content. That's the Forges of Nuln. I have shown the power dice, no AI there. Infringement, I won't speak to that, but no AI. But the oh god, Old World Armory deck, those are video game assets that were purchased in a pack for license. So not AI either, unless the asset provider is being dishonest about the source. And looking at them, it's like I can kind of see the process here where somebody would use these brushes in a paint program. I eyeball this stuff because I don't trust that every single artist out there is genuine when they say they don't use AI. There's a lot of them that have caught on to the fact that they can just say, well, I'm no AI here. And you look at their portfolio and you're like, you don't have a black belt in 7 styles of art like you're showing here. And this shading, come on, bro. Come on, bro. But yeah, Nehecaron's sent me a gift, and I'm appreciative of the gift, but it's the Mimic cards, and they use AI art, and I can't keep them. I don't want to promote them. I just want to toss them, and I don't know what else to really do with them. The gift was a part of another thing that I was able to show on the channel, so I don't feel bad about it necessarily. I was able to show stuff off, but like the other stuff on the Forges of Nuln, it's a slop fest. It's a slop fest. So, question: will you continue Lone Wolf Book 2 or jump onto Book 3? Of course, I'll continue Book 2. I'm going to play the campaign as it was intended to be played. I'm going to play all the way through. Such a shame, not even from a lazy point of view. I'm sorry. When the pencil is right there and the work that you're putting in is crafting your prompt differently, it is extremely lazy. It is incredibly. You're saying I'm rewarded for typing and getting an image for free. Because you have to modify your sentence to say something along the lines of, make the lighting in this picture look as if the goblin is being illuminated by the midday sun. Put that effort towards poetry or lore or prose in some way. Don't use it to power the slot machine. All right, I think I'm done complaining about that for now. All right. So, Lurchbrick. What's our streaming setup here look like? If I move that down there, then move this over here. Here we go. Here we go. Can anybody hear the music? Oh, you don't have to be nice. I'm not nice. I'm not nice about it. I've got viewers who are either indifferent or pro, and I will call it out at the risk of losing the viewer, because people pleasing is lying. I have learned from another streamer. There's no reason to bork my own ideals and beliefs. All right, so there needs to be music playing. Where's the music? Streaming audio output capture. Bum 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 bum. Come on. Filters, properties, defaults, headphones. There they are. You heard it? Oh, wait, there it is. How's the mixing? How's the silly music volume compared to mine? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Here's my normal talking voice. I'm quiet. I'm quiet, but the music is quieter, and my volume hasn't changed. I was kind of doing a little distant singing there. Keep it there. Keep it there. Is this good? One more confirmation with my hands up. Please. I've been quiet all stream. Oh, that's... I think that's not on my end. I have to apply a cap to keep from peaking. So I think the volume on the video needs to be turned up. Your volume needs to be turned up. Might check it out. Alright, so that's good for you guys. It's still too loud for me, so I'm going to turn down my headphones, but there we go. That song in particular is very annoying. What do we want to do? We want to do... What is wuss mode? I don't think I've ever played wuss mode. I'm going to play the trial. I'm going to play the trial, and when we have defeated the foul gargoyle Varag and have returned to the stairs... Tread carefully, my friends. Press space to continue. We will try to hack the file, the saved game, and then we will try to give ourselves all plate mail. Oh, look what I did. I managed to take the images of Cassandra in this game and give her over to the wizard. So now I have this nice lady graphic for the wizard. I could do the same things with these folks, and I might do it at some point, but that was all the administrative effort I wanted to put into that. Barbarian. First person to comment barbarian and then a word will name the barbarian. I'll let you guys name him. I will sit back. This does not mean that we're naming other people the same way, so don't try to get ahead of yourself. First person to spell out barbarian and then say a name. As long as it's, appropriate. We'll name the barbarian. It's Gary. It's Gary. Barbarian Gary. Good names. Good names. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. The first person to type pickle in the chat and then a word after pickle will have named the elf the name after pickle. This is a test to see how well people can follow instructions. There's just pickle. Pickle Schmendrick? Schmendrick it is. For the dwarf, whose default name is always Old Scratch. It's always Malachi, Old Scratch. Always the same names. The first person to type toss me and then a word after toss me, same line, will have named the dwarf that word. I'm appreciating Jambone. Toss me a word after toss me. Oh, no. Bandy? Bandy. I don't see sack of ham here. But I'm starting to think that Pete Weiss is like the UK version of Sack of Ham. That was a real Sack of Ham move. All right, and the last one is going to be the wizard. Whoever has not named a character, the first person, so it can't be, who did I pick? Hold on a second. It's a TSL frontman, Quentin, and Pete Weiss. You guys are not able to name the wizard. But whoever types in the chat, "You shall not pass," and then a word. The word that they put is going to be the name of the wizard. Keep in mind, it is a lady. It qualifies. We're going to do Gandhi. Gandhi. Short for... It's like Gandalf had a daughter, but he really wanted a son, and he really wanted to name his son Gandalf the Second. And his bride is like, "It's a girl." His wife. And he's like, Still gonna name her Gandalf. Short for Gandir. Okay, that's a better explanation than what I came up with. Okay, so the spell group for the wizard. We're gonna go ahead and give the wizard. We're gonna give the elf the water spells, because that's just standard. Bandy and Gandhi, yeah. Look at her, she's so cute. She has an equipped weapon of a dagger. Here we are. It's been a long time since I've played this. I have such nostalgia for this. She's going in first. Cool beans. And she's just going to move out of the way. Let the quest begin. This is not an online version. This is Lurchbrick's app. It's a one-player deal too. It doesn't support multiplayer, sadly. But I have this in the Discord. I can share it here and there until I get word that it's okay to do so. Then I'll be happy to share it from like a permanent spot in the Discord. Oh yeah, I guess I could search the room. Oh, that's the end of my turn. There we go. I didn't think about searching the main room here. I don't know if I want to like kill the monster here. If I want to kill Varag first. I think I just want to head straight to Varag and murder him, and then we'll come back. And is standing at the edge summon the monster? No. Then we will play more fast and loose on the way back, just to be completely safe. Then we end our turn. I completely beat this 14 quest campaign, and the expansions Return of the Witchlord and Keller's Keep are included in this. So anybody wondering, it's 34 quests. They're all here. They're all represented very well. It's one of the most complete versions of HeroQuest. Digitally, it is the most complete version of HeroQuest. That's all there is to it, outside of the app. But this is a way to play solo. We're getting ready to engage in some doorway combat, which is my favorite. But we're kind of in this to cheat anyway. We're kind of in this just to hammer on through. Gary says, I have found the foul gargoyle of Arag. We must destroy him. I'm going to, I'd like to zoom in for you guys, but I guess I'll just leave it at this size. Only one of you can attack me right now, so I guess I'll let the orc come and try. You loser. I believe you can also create your own quest too. You cannot, not with the Lurchbrick's app. Not with the isometric Lurchbrick app. He's got another one that's top down. I think that one is multiplayer. It's just tiles that you move across the board. It's got a lot of area for like script, the movement text. I think that one's multiplayer, and I think you can create your own quests in that one. But if you could create your own quests in this, I would have had the other expansions created and ready 100%. We're going to attack this orc, and we missed because we're a chump. And got him. Must be a different older version. Yeah, it sounds like it's the top down with the tiles. I still have my jail cell there. My silly chat jail. I'll keep it there. We'll go ahead and end our turn. Somebody's going to attack that poor defenseless dwarf. Oh my god, and he attacked, he got. Good grief. Get him back. Oh, he murdered the gargoyle. He got him back. He said that's a grudging, and he took him out. Incredible. Incredibly impressive. Barbarian just took out the Chaos Warrior. I forget that these are the UK stats. For some reason, I thought they were not the UK stats. They definitely are. Alright, there's no way this orc can kill either of us in one hit, so my wizard's going to go in there and kill the orc! There we go. There we go. Alright, so Schmendrick, the elf, is going to heal the dwarf with the water of healing, and now it's like we've never been hit by anything. Gary is the beast. But Bandy took out that gargoyle. Murdered him. Just murdered him. Alright, we're going to end our turn here. We can leave at any time, but we want some gold pieces, right? So we'll have our wizard search for gold. And she found 120 gold coins. Good job, Gandry. Gandy. And then we want our dwarf to step in here. He's also going to look for treasure. He found a potion of healing. That's very useful to me. Particularly because... treasure? Nothing. Despite a thorough search, you find nothing. I don't want my barbarian to search yet. Now I want my barbarian to search. 25 gold coins. Nice bounty. Very, very nice bounty. We're going to head this way. So this is pulling from the UK version of this quest. I kind of wonder what other treasures we had in this quest. For some reason, I thought it was the US version. I thought they... I mean, it makes total sense that it's not, but... Good morning, Giles McNeil. Thank you for popping in to say hello. Okay, we're gonna go in here and destroy this mono lizard. Take him out. Oh, one hit. One hit. Love to see it. Take out the goblin. Schmendrick. Goblin out. Goblin done. Have to go in a bit and make afternoon tea. Enjoy your tea. Care to share what kind of tea? Just normal English breakfast, or are you an Earl Grey fan? I love me some Earl Grey. I love a tea that we have here, Lady Grey. You can search hallways, not for treasure. I don't want to search the hallways for traps or secret doors because I know that there aren't going to be any in this first quest. So it's fine. It's an unfortunate side effect of having played the trial probably, I don't know, 50 times. But I don't know if there are like weapons and things that I should get if it's the UK version, because I'm not 100% familiar with that one. Just give me 1 second, please. Fortnum and Mason's Afternoon Blend and Crumpets. An afternoon blend. That sounds lovely. I drink Pepsi. I drink Pepsi Zero. We have 150 gold coins. We have 100 gold coins. I don't know. Let's go ahead and we might find like a throwing axe or something. And that would be nice because I would like to know what the item code is for the axe. Search treasure? Nothing of value here. I already knew that. I'd like to search for... Oh, there's our wandering monster. And the wandering monster is still alive. Hey, intern. Ha, you loser. I can't believe you would try to attempt to attack my elf like that. You're pathetic. Open that door. Kill this orc. Heck yeah, look at this beast of a dwarf. English breakfast is a morning tea. Look at the elf just took out their second orc, changing not the elf, the wizard. Changing the gender of the wizard has made them more powerful. Making the wizard into a lady has made them an absolute badass. Okay, we end our turn here. And we're going to search for treasure in this room. We got a hazard, unfortunately. We'll have the dwarf come in here and search for treasure also. We got a potion of healing. Good. Good. I'm going to go ahead and have the barbarian come in here. And I'm going to have the elf come in here. But I'm thinking I'm going to have the elf search for treasure. There's the wandering monster. Unfortunately, I didn't do that correctly. I needed to wait for my next turn in order to reduce the opportunity of the monster to actually get an attack in. So end our turn. We're going to head back to the stairwell now. Them orcs never stood a chance. I can just click leave quest, I guess. So that's what we're going to do. Ooh, do I want to... I'll come in and look at all of the... I'll have all the heroes search the stairwell room before I stop. So that's everybody. End turn. I want them all in here first. If we get attacked by a monster, I want to be able to defend myself with the other heroes. So here, have Bandy move out of the way there. End turn. Okay, elf first. Search for treasure. Got a potion of strength. Very good. Barbarian, search for treasure. Got a wandering monster. The dwarf is going to take care of that presently. Took him out. Took him out. End our turn. We need the dwarf to search for treasure now. Found 15 gold coins. That's fine. We're going to have the wizard search. She found a potion of healing. We're going to leave the quest now. Bandy's heroic accomplishments include defeated Varag. Bandy defeated 1 gargoyle and 3 orcs in this quest. Don't forget to wipe down your broadsides. Cheers, Giles. This sip's for you. You like these Final Fantasy icons? I need to change them. I need to go through the effort of replacing all the sprites with like custom ones so that we can have like a Nilbog and a Cornelius and such. Gary helped defeat Varag, defeated 1 Chaos Warrior, 2 Orcs, and 1 Famir. Gandhi helped defeat Varag, killed 2 Orcs. That's impressive for a wizard. And Schmendrick killed a Goblin. Not impressive for an elf. Just change all the sprites to Ike. Just like the circle with the slanted line and 2 eyes. Yeah, that's... I would do that. Everybody's Ike now. By the way, Ike, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, you asked to have a bigger name in the end credits, and I gave you that, and I did not hear any acknowledgement. And it was like a week or so ago, and now I can't remember what video had the larger name. I did too. I took his name and I made it cover up the entire frickin' screen for my credits for that video. So, you know, just so you know, I listen. I listen to my viewers. Use HeroQuest sprites for our icon. I could do that. If I can take these sprites and figure out how to arrange them so that they animate correctly and stuff, yeah, I would do that. Because there's so many good ones. They're not like official HeroQuest sprites or anything, but 100% I would use these sprites. They were ripped from another game, and I don't know what game. They look like they're RuneCraft or RuneScape. They look very much like RuneScape, but I don't think they're RuneScape. Unless they are. They really look like RuneScape. Like her hand here, that looks like a RuneScape hand. Little splayed fingers. Now we're going to save and quit. Oh, is it? I picked Wuss mode. And is that what changed everything to UK mode? Oh, I wonder if that's what it was. Wuss mode is the UK mode. That's what they're saying. Right? Oh, I bet that's it. Okay, anyways. I'm going to go ahead and perform the giveaway. The giveaway. I'll do that now. We'll take a look at the saved game. Last quest was 67, which I guess is the trial. Movement speed 2, scroll speed 5, Wuss mode equals 1. So Wuss mode is on. Sound on, music on, set movement random. Quest completed equals 1. Last quest is 67. Name Gary. Oh, this is 0. This 0 is the barbarian. 13 is Bandy, so that's the dwarf. 12 is the elf. Last quest again 67. Name Gandhi. So, if I wanted to, at this exact point in time, there should be no reason why I can't hack away at that. Because the save is right here. Ike is still here, and Ike, thank you so much for the $10 donation to pay for the extra pixels. Thank you. Pixels are a commodity that cost more and more these days. Ah, good grief. Thank you. Thank you, Ike. Thank you. You know, you're a real one. Completely unnecessary. No heroes even died for the memorial fund. Man, that last episode of playing Lurchbrick, though, when I finished the last quest, people were going crazy. They were like, "Yeah, you did it, hooray!" And yeah, it was really cool. That was like the longest game of successful HeroQuest that I'd ever played. Longest campaign for sure. You'll do the pixels if I want, the sprites. Gotta shoot. We'll speak soon. Ciao. Ciao, Pete. Have a great day. Have a great day. Thank you, Ike. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. The next video from me after today is going to be Tome Tuesday. And we will be playing Lone Wolf Fire in the Water. So just look forward to that. That's what I recorded this morning. I just got done editing that video before I started streaming. And where's my droid cam? Here it is. Connect using droid cam on your computer. I'm going to show you guys what it is that I want to give away. We're going to switch camera modes here shortly. Duel. Here we go. Transition. We are giving away today in chat the first 4 volumes of Cthulhu Quest. I'm going to be up front with you right now. The core reason I'm giving these away is because I don't want to keep anything in my collection that has AI art, and these do have AI art throughout them. But they were also sent to me to review on the channel, and that's been done. That was done before my AI policies really went into full effect. So, that out of the way, I want to show you what these are. Lost Legion of Celephase, Shards of the Dead Stone, the Miskatonic Uprising, and the Forest of Flesh. These are, in and of themselves, 4 different campaigns. HeroQuest unofficial expansions by Anthony Hooper. They should be available on Amazon. They are print to order, print to play. Those instructions are fairly accurate. So, USA only. You do have to have Discord if you are not currently a Discord member. It's free to join. It's free to join my channel, my server, all that stuff. You are limited in what you can do, what you can see, unless you're a YouTube or Patreon member. But unfortunately, if you haven't joined before now, Discord they may make you wait 10 minutes before you can chat, or wait 10 minutes before you can do anything in the server, anything like that. And that's not enough time. So the giveaway is happening now. So you can join now, and by chance, if I give something away in the future, you'll be able to participate in that giveaway. But, I mean, I highly recommend joining anyway, because there's a really awesome community of people in there locked behind the majority of the server, but they all have access to the same stuff that newcomers do. So, now, to participate in this giveaway, USA only, you'll go into the Discord, which should be always linked in every description below, everywhere, every video. To participate in the Cthulhu Quest giveaway, react with a emoji below. Just click on it once and watch the number go up. If you click on it twice and the number goes down, it means you backed out. So there's the message. We are going to add the reaction of an octopus. And that is the giveaway. Looks like people got the memo. Dread Pirate, Liminal Sub, people who have joined. I'm going to give that about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to revisit. Look at who all's joined in there. Take a screenshot. It'll be locked out. Nobody will be able to join after that. And then I will pick a random number equal to the number of people who have participated. And whoever I land on, I'll get their shipping address from them and I'll send them the books. So, just so you know what these are. Forest of Flesh. Obviously, these are inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. Forest of Flesh is actually the second expansion. Let me see if I can find the first. I think it's Miskatonic Uprising. Yes, this is it. It's not just a series of quests, but a new way to play the classic barbarian, a new type of spell that wizards, warlocks, and magi can buy, new monsters for heroes to defeat, and a whole new class, which is the Wargarian, I believe, which is the werewolf barbarian. Tell me that's not cool. Tell me there aren't really cool concepts in there. We've got these little sayings sprinkled throughout here that are either Cthulhu inspired or they're from the mythos text directly. We've got cards that you can cut out. Well, maybe not cut them out. Maybe. How are we intended to do? I think there's downloads that you can access to get the cards, to print them off. The Abyssal Magus. Magus? Magus. I always second guess this word. The Abyssal Magus is the class that comes with this. Got its own spell set. And then it gets into the prologue, and then it gets into Quest 1. And it explains a mechanic called Madness and gives you the symbol set that you need. You're going to need these things to play. And then bam, Quest 1 is this absolutely maddening, ridiculously difficult looking quest. Difficult to lay out probably more than it is to play. There's just so much going on here. So we get to quest, that's the prologue quest. The real Quest 1, quote unquote, is called Below the University. This one looks a lot more manageable in all respects. Then you get to the broken statue, and we're back to challenge mode. They get absolutely bonkers. Right? Captives of Despair, Quest 4. This one's nuts. It's so crazy. But the full experience, full campaign, there's cards, there's tiles, there's everything. It's just chock full of AI art, and that's why I'm not going to keep it or give it any more attention other than this giveaway. After this, the rest of the things that I have to give away, I will not be giving away on stream. I will be giving them away, possibly. I'm not confirming anything at this time. Possibly, I will be giving away the rest of what I have to people in person at Gen Con. So, those who met me at Gen Con last year know that I was walking around with a backpack, and from that backpack, I had all my gear, but the gear took up not very much at all. Most of what was taking up space in there was board games, expansions, books, dice, miniatures. And I had a secret quest. And that secret quest was, if anybody was to recognize who I was or say hi, I would reward them with something from the backpack. And I gave all that stuff away by the end of the day. Which is what I wanted to do. All right, so we're back to regular chat. 5 people have participated. And that is all I'm going to allow. I'm going to call it here. I'm going to go ahead and count to 10. If you haven't participated by then it's locked. I say 5 people. It's actually 4. 4 people that participate. You got a 1 in 25% chance. 1 in 25. You have a 1 in 4 chance. A 25% chance of winning. All right. That's it. The 4 participants are... Didn't see anything on Discord? Well, the 4 participants are Liminal Sub, Leonidas, Indy, and Ike. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Also, welcome. Also, thank you. Thank you very much for your really awesome and well thought out comments. They are always a real joy to go through. I've seen some whoppers of comments, and I'm like, oh boy, I've got reading material. But I always really appreciate when I see stuff like that. Somebody cared enough to put the time in to type all that out. All right, so we have a 1 in 4 chance. He gave it all to FBI agents. 1 in 4 chance. How will I do this? The first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is go back to my streaming window. And we have all of this going on. I'm going to go ahead and give Schmendrick 1,200 gold. Because I've been thinking about like items and crap, and it's like, why worry about trying to find out what the codes are for the items when I can just give you guys over like thousands of gold coins, and then I can buy everything from the merchant. And then I can complete the rescue of Sir Ragnar, and then I can really find out what I'm supposed to do to get special items. Number of quest items 2, quest item 0, and quest item 1. See, those are the IDs that I'm after. Those are the IDs that, because I want to get the Spirit Blade, and then I want to give everybody a Spirit Blade. And I want to get Borin's armor, and I want to equip everybody with Borin's armor. And I kind of want to know if I can equip the wizard with stuff this way, even though he's not allowed to equip stuff, if that'll break the game or what. But we'll check that out here very shortly. We're going to go ahead and get this giveaway going. So we're going to go to Spin Wheel Online. We got a random name picker. All right, so we're going to go Ike. No, wait. Who was it? Who was it? It was Leonidas, Indy, Ike, and Liminal Sub. Okay, so Indy, Ike, Leonidas, and Liminal Sub. Okay, we're going to switch back to the giveaway window. Here it is. Are we ready? Who am I sending my books to? And it looks like the clear winner is Leonidas. Leonidas. Clap, 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 clap. Good job, Brave Hero. You've won my books. I shall ship them to you at some point. I believe I have your info, but you message me on Discord and just let me know that it's still valid. And congratulations. The total value of these books is probably, I don't know, $40. And the total amount of shipping is going to be $40. No, that's not accurate. It's not accurate. Okay. Before I go, I got to know that this worked. So we're going to open up HeroQuest again. Bum, 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 bum. And we're switching over. Transition. Load game. It worked. Everybody has 1,200 gold. Everybody has 1,200 gold. Okay, well, we're gonna buy the battle axe. That's 4 combat dice. We're buying it. We're buying the battle axe. Wizard's gonna buy the staff. And a toolkit. And it's just a bunch of daggers. Because I don't know what else to do with her. Unless I get the item code for the... Well, no. I've messed with the save file before and changed something that I thought would work perfectly fine, and it borked up the save completely. So there's some syntax that matters, and sometimes it just doesn't at all. Related books. Can anyone recommend their favorite CYOA RPG book? You already know about Fighting Fantasy. You already know about Lone Wolf. Both of those are highly accessible now, thanks to Steve Jackson, thanks to Home Guard Press. Fabled Lands is something that I really want to get into and play because it is 7 books, I think. There are some like Fabled Lands Legends or whatever that, I'm not sure what those are, but you can actually leave the book by going to like a port location or a warp gate, and it's like if you have the other book, go to this page in that book. So they're all regions that you can play simultaneously rather than progress from one to the other. So Fabled Lands is freaking amazing if you can get your hands on that. And then I saw, Quentin recommended Golden Dragon fantasy game books, and I've never heard of that, so I'm gonna write that down. Golden Dragon. If you said Golden Dragon game book, I would have assumed you meant the dragon bannered Lone Wolf books, but that not being the case, I'll check into that. Gotta go feed the kiddos. They want pancakes. Enjoy your pancakes, Indy. Thank you for participating. Thank you for joining us today. It's always a pleasure. I shall see you in the Discord. Cheers. And yeah. Make epic pancakes? I don't know if that's a good send-off. It's kind of pressuring somebody. Make sure you make epic pancakes. Specific outstanding books. Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And Lone Wolf, Flight from the Dark, the first one in both series. You don't have to start with the first book in Fighting Fantasy, but Warlock is a great first book to start with. I played through the entirety of it. I'm gonna start the next one. which is Death Trap Dungeon in the new Steve Jackson lineup. So, looking for popular specific books or dungeons. So Death Trap Dungeon might be right up your alley. Okay, Gary, you need to buy some stuff. You have a battle axe. We're also going to give you the crossbow. We're going to give you a helmet. We're going to give you a shield. Ooh, I like the longsword now, though. We're going to give you... I kind of want to give you plate armor. He only has 125 gold left. I didn't give him enough gold. Battle axe, crossbow, chainmail. Oh, you don't have enough gold to buy the chainmail? Oh. I didn't give him enough gold. I didn't give these guys enough gold. What happens if I save and quit now? Does it save the purchases that I made? Quest item is its own document. I'm going to have to remember that. It did save the purchases that I made. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give you all 2,000 gold. Okay, you have 4,200 gold. Schmendrick, you're going to have 2,200. And then Candy, there's no reason why you can't have 6,750. I've been recommended Firetop Mountain Punch. I'll have to get Death Trap eventually. Thank you. Canadian Maple Leaf and Pancake. Alright, we're going to load game one more time. Gary has still got his stuff, right? Yep. Helmet, shield, battle axe, crossbow, broadsword. We're going to go ahead and buy the chainmail for him. And then you've got short sword. Sell that. Don't need that. You don't need your short swords anymore, guys. You don't need the broadsword. You don't have anything. We're going to buy you the... We're going to go ahead and buy you the longsword. We're going to buy you the crossbow. We're going to buy you the chainmail, helmet, and shield. The longsword, you can use both hands on that, okay. And the toolkit. And then you've got all that you could possibly want, and you have 6,750 gold. Dave Morris and Jamie Thompson. That's all I needed to hear. That is all I needed to hear. Dave Morris is the GOAT. Just the absolute GOAT. Been trying to find out what is the most played WoW dungeon of all time. Basically the most popular dungeon on Earth, but I'm so far without luck. The most played WoW dungeon? I'll ask my wife. I'll ask Shar, and I will get back to you on what she thinks the most played dungeon is. It's got to be one that people have attempted the most to get world first, right? Alright, so we have some way overpowered characters, and when we stream again in 2 weeks, we can play with those overpowered characters. But for now, I'm going to bid everybody a farewell. It is coffee with wife time, and I shall not miss that opportunity, so thank you very much for stopping in. Leonidas, I will get in touch with you if you haven't already messaged me about your books, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you again for dropping in, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to catch Tome Tuesday. I'm going to read Fire on the Water. I think I'm close to halfway through the book. I might be past halfway. I'll say Ike says hi. Ike says hi. And really troubling. I have no way to tell when I'm close to being done with the book. It's the only con to choose your own adventure type books. So like if I start up episode 3 and it lasts for exactly 5 minutes, that's going to be really awkward compared to the last 2 episodes that are like 30 minutes long, 40 minutes long. But it is what it is. I guess I could start the next Lone Wolf adventure in the interim, huh? That's actually a good idea. I'm glad I talked that out because I have figured out what I want to do there. Anyways, thank you, and I'm going to check into the Jurassic Park board game and the Golden Dragon Fantasy game books. Somebody showed off their copy of the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All board game, which has a map of the Johto region and 250 tokens that represent the first 2 generations of Pokemon, and I thought that was really cool. That's something I got to look at too, because I think that looks really, really fun. But anyways, thank you all for joining. Hello, Deploribus Rex. Sorry you joined here at the end, but the VOD will be up shortly, so you can rewatch it if you want to. I will see you all next time. Until then, bye for now. Starting now.
Dark World. It's not a game you just play. Behind every door, a terrifying challenge. Throughout every chamber, unspeakable danger. But deep within a real castle,
there's really only one rule to being a great Dragon Master. The real object of the game is for everybody to have fun. And if the game isn't fair, nobody will. Now you have all the secret knowledge you need.